Hi guys, Mrnewmobile here. iPhone 13 release date, price, and specs. Please subscribe followed by the bell. While the iPhone 13 is months away from its release, we've already started seeing plenty of rumors about what Apple has in store for us when the phone arrives in the fall. The iPhone 13 is set to offer a 120Hz Ltpo display on both Pro models, improved battery life thanks to a more efficient 5G modem, as well as substantial upgrades to the all-important cameras. That includes a LiDAR sensor on cheaper iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini, as well as a new portrait video mode. As for the design, we've heard that the notch is shrinking. Some other rumors have suggested that at least one iPhone 13 model may come with a truly portless design, but that's now contested. That's actually possible now that we have MagSafe charging. We could finally see an always-on display. Apple is apparently testing an Ltpo adaptive refresh display for the iPhone 13, which could give dynamic refresh rate up to 120 Hz. Another leak has detailed how the iPhone 13 could have a smaller notch, and it looks pretty good. iPhone 13 release date. If the iPhone 13 release date follows Apple's pattern for previous launches, we could see this device hit shelves on the 4th Friday of September 2021. That would be September 24th. Despite the coronavirus-related delays that faced the iPhone 12, pushing its launch to October 13th, Apple analyst Mrnewmobile claims that the iPhone 13 should return to a normal release schedule in 2021. This was given further credence by a more recent analyst note from Daniel Ives at Wedbush, who said that the iPhone 13 is on track for a September launch, and Apple expects to build 25% more iPhone 13 units than the iPhone 12. Talking about the price, various rumors point towards the iPhone 13 coming in the same four sizes as the iPhone 12, a 5.4-inch iPhone 13 mini, a 6.1-inch iPhone 13, a 6.1-inch iPhone 13 Pro, and a 6.7-inch iPhone 13 Pro Max. However, the iPhone 12 mini hasn't sold well, so it may be consigned to the bone orchard by Apple. That could mean the iPhone 13 range will only have a trio of handsets, although subsequent reports have suggested that there will be an iPhone 13 mini regardless. We'd expect the prices to track with the iPhone 12 range, so $699, $799, $999, and $1,099, respectively. Apple tends to keep its pricing for each new generation of iPhone relatively close to the one that preceded it. Early rumors about this fall's iPhone had used iPhone 13 as the name for the upcoming model since Apple went from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12 last year, but a handful of recent rumors have referred to the unreleased iPhone by a different name. The iPhone 12 slapping an S at the end of a model number would actually be a return to form for Apple, which used to alternate between releasing a new model number and then an S version of that same phone the following year. The last phone to fit into that pattern was the iPhone 6s, released in 2015. Technically, 2018's iPhone XS could be part of that naming scheme though. At the same time, Apple also introduced the iPhone XR. The S model of iPhones generally implied that the phone had a lot in common with last year's version, save for a few key improvements. So whether Apple goes with the iPhone 12s or iPhone 13 as a name will say a lot about how different this year's phone truly is. iPhone 13 design. A variety of leaks and reports have the iPhone 13 tipped to come with a smaller display notch. After several generations of using the same, somewhat bulky notch, Apple will apparently achieve this notch downsizing by combining the currently separated infrared flood illuminator, sensor, and dot projector, which make up the iPhone 12's Face ID unlocking system, into a single module with two fewer sensors required. We should see a much narrower notch on the iPhone 13. Another leak has revealed a set of images from Greek repair provider iRepair, which apparently show off the iPhone 13 in a trio of sizes with a smaller display notch. It's notably more compact, and looks to have moved the phone's earpiece to the top bezel rather than keep it inside the notch. iPhone 13 renders actually labeled as the iPhone 12's Pro that shows off Apple's phone with a smaller notch and a Touch ID sensor under the phone's display. Speaking of which, there has been a clutch of leaks and rumors pointing toward the iPhone 13 getting an under-display take on Touch ID. There is still some doubt bubbling around that this will be the case, but at a time when mask wearing is prolific, having a secondary form of biometric security is no bad thing. In addition, the iPhone may 13 be slightly thicker. which would allow for a larger battery. The biggest change we can expect from the iPhone 13 is that one model could feature a portless design, dropping the Lightning port and opting for charging and data transfer to be carried out wirelessly. That would be a radical change from the iPhone 12, but could also spark a move for the smartphone world to slowly ditch its reliance on ports and bundled chargers and cables. Apple already made such a move with the iPhone 12 by not including a charger with any of those phones. However, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo disputed this recently, saying that there will not be a portless iPhone 13 at present. The MagSafe ecosystem is not mature enough, so the iPhone will continue to use the Lightning port in the foreseeable future. iPhone 13 display. If Apple sticks to having 4 models of iPhone 13, then we can expect the displays to measure in at 5.4 inches, 6.1 inches, and 6.7 inches. A report from ET News says that Apple will adopt a 120 Hz refresh rate for the 6.1-inch iPhone 13 Pro and 6.7-inch iPhone 13 Pro Max. This will allow for smoother scrolling as well as improved gameplay and video playback. A newer leak added further at fuel the rumors that the iPhone 13 will have an Ltpo panel, and that Samsung Display will be the company to make it. The nature of an Ltpo panel means it doesn't need extra components under the display to enable an adaptive refresh rate, meaning phones with such screens can sport a thin chassis. In the iPhone 13, Ltpo display could enable the phone to not only have a super smooth refresh rate, but also keep the neat frame of the iPhone 12. Other leaks tip the iPhone 13 to use an always-on display, something the Ltpo tech could certainly facilitate. A video shows how an always-on display for the iPhone could work. An always-on display would finally give Apple's iPhones a feature that Android phones have had for some time. LG and Samsung are likely to supply displays for the iPhone 13, as they're the leading makers of OLED panels, but a Chinese supplier, BOE, may be in the mix as a potential source for iPhone 13 screens as night follows day. So can we expect a chip upgrade for the iPhone 13 over its predecessor? It's likely this will come in the form of the A15 Bionic, a successor to the very powerful A14 Bionic in the iPhone 12. This new system on a chip, SoC, could be a reasonable upgrade on the A14 Bionic, likely boosting overall performance and efficiency. A major upgrade doesn't look likely until the iPhone 14, when Apple could potentially make a chip based on a 4nm process node. Currently, the A14 Bionic inside the iPhone 12 is a 5nm chip. On the storage front, we can expect the iPhone 13 to range from 64GB and 512GB, though a new analyst report has the iPhone 13 slated to get up to 1TB of storage. That would give it the most onboard storage any iPhone has ever had. The iPhone 13 could also get a big boost in terms of wireless connectivity. Documentation of Apple's settlement with Qualcomm revealed that Apple has plans to use Qualcomm's X65G modem in upcoming iPhones, which will likely include the iPhone 13. This is important because the 5nm X60 modem can integrate directly into a phone's chipset, meaning a smaller footprint and lower battery drain. Plus, the 5G performance should be better, as the modem can combine mmWave and sub-6 GHz 5G networks simultaneously. A separate report from Digitimes confirms that the iPhone 13 will get the new Qualcomm X60 modem. iPhone 13 cameras. We haven't heard much about the entire iPhone 13 range yet, but one leak has the iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max offering a new 6-element ultra-wide lens. It would also offer autofocus capability. The current iPhone 12 Pro models sport a 5-element ultra-wide angle lens. The more elements in a lens, the better the image quality tends to be. As rule, one interesting rumor that has come up suggests Apple is looking for suppliers for a folded lens camera that will improve the iPhone 13's optical camera zoom. The periscope-like design means the telephoto lens would be stacked vertically instead of horizontally, meaning you can increase the optical magnification without increasing the size of the phone. In fact, this design is commonly used by other phone makers, including Samsung and Huawei, to increase their own optical zoom capabilities. Which iPhone 13 models will get the improved zoom is still unclear. The iPhone 12 Max is out at 20W charging, and we have not yet heard any rumors about the charging speed for this year. However, we have heard some bad news. According to Bloomberg, the iPhone 13 likely won't include reverse wireless charging, which would have allowed the iPhone to charge devices like the AirPods Pro and Apple Watch. that is all the latest leaks we heard about iPhone 13. Once we have new leaks I will share with you guys, and if you are new here please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching, see you on my next video. Peace out.